All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 and about the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play that time out of Chubb. 42 yards. First and goal at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Go, go.
We got motion. Back up. 198.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Vincent Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Taki. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. 26-yard line. A big play that time. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be at the end today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he down. Sacked back at the 46. Mack Wilson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all to get out here and take off. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Hey, orbit. Hurry. Hey, let's hurry.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th, and that's caught by Smith. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal
week.
But
give me a minute later.
So, as you said,
but later.
You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off
but later.
Game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They find some open field here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, with touchdown number 20 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run it with Coleman. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No. Shoot. Watch out.
A give running right is Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A run for Nick Chubb. Space to run past the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
How you get a yard?
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Why don't you ever listen to me?
On 3rd down, Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out and all of a sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
He dropped it.
Incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Barrett looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Chubb.
I go ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Watch 98, watch 98, 98's the mic. Smooth. Here we go, here we go.
Hurry, hurry!
Watch 98, watch 98, 98's the mic.
Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Mayfield on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Watch 98, watch 98, 98's the mic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to take a shot. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Complete. It's Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
Let's go, man.
And there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I'm glad you said that because I had put one in my pocket that I lost.
First half, all tied on the scoreboard.
I was talking to them.
And his guys will
I
get
had
the
one bike
football
ride.
right at the 20-yard line.
I could do
The
one
Browns
50.
drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spot and maybe slow down the other side.
But here,
Yes,
you
sir.
change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb.
Boy.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hey, switch gears. He's checking.
They'll run for it. Chubb.
Let's go.
Get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Cover the cheating.
They'll run with Coleman on first down.
Oh, he would have broke that. He would have broke that. He lucky.
There, and it'll bring up a
He
second
trying to do it
and 9.
himself.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that.
He trying to cover that joint himself. I'm gonna keep running.
Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Coleman now. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This is Coleman, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 1-yard gains are trending the same result on first, second, and third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that
No.
contract.
No.
Running right through him.
Bro, this game is so fake. Look at this.
Green ahead of him.
Oh my God.
10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And once again, the Browns are back in front. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down. Barrett going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tacky. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Chubb.
Man, this game is so fake, bruh.
At the 27-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Like, nah, it's not even that, bruh. Like, I could have just went straight through and tackled him. They just be making me miss it.
They run. Chubb.
Fumble, man, hit him.
Get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Dog, they is trying to work me.
From the 24, Mayfield.
Good pick, man.
3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Can't throw.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On the return, it's White.
Good move.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Anybody get mad because I play him again.
Interceptions thrown already. We'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game.
He got to drop that, and that got to be picked.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Chubb running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hurry.
Mayfield to throw it.
Good hit.
And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Hurry.
98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Watch out.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds.
They be working me, Slim.
Beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? Everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
They begin the drive, and Coleman takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Hell yeah, I'm beating his ass in my career.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's crying right now.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I bet this is my career.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Barrett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
That was a block.
On 4th down, Barrett.
Oh, I had him open.
Bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Myles Garrett. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Chubb. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Chubb. Pass the trap. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Boom, boom, boom.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points. So, and this is intercepted.
So I can't throw it over a linebacker head.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Hey.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. There goes a deep ball in, and that's going to be caught.
Oh, nah, Slim.
Vincent Smith with his 13th touchdown of the year and second
Oh,
of the
nah.
game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1.
Face
And
mask?
he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. That would give right side Coleman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 4th down, Barrett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will get him one closer. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sione Takitaki in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack.
This nigga threw it right to him.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Regular.
Oh, that's his name? It's because of you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Hell no.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the